Hello, fourth grade Cougars. This is Mrs. Balatesh, as you know. And today, this week, what you need to be working on is that we're going to start the respiratory system. So on Brain Pop, you need to watch the respiratory system video. And in ReadWorks, you need to start reading how our body works, the muscular system, okay? Now, I've got Mr. Guts here, and I'm hoping, boys and girls, that you're starting to see how all of these body systems work together, right? We started with the digestive system, right? Our body cannot work without energy. We get energy from our food, and our digestive system extracts the energy from the food that we eat. But if we just leave the energy in our digestive system, we can't get energy to our cells. So our circulatory system connects with our digestive system in the small intestine. Remember when I talked about the villi in the small intestine? That's where the nutrients from our food transfer to our blood system, into our circulatory system. And our blood then carries the energy to every cell in our body, okay? And then, remember, when we run and we do all these things and we have to breathe out, we breathe out carbon dioxide and we breathe in oxygen. Well, we're using our respiratory system to do that. And the blood, the circulatory system, carries the good oxygen to our cells, and it takes away the bad carbon dioxide away from our cells. So all of these things are interrelated, okay? So we're gonna take a look at Mr. Guts. Hello, fourth grade Cougars. I'm here with Mr. Guts. How you doing, Mr. Guts? We're going to talk about the respiratory system and how it connects with the other two systems we've already talked about, the digestive system and the circulatory system. So your respiratory system consists of your mouth, your trachea, and your lungs. Okay, so here's Mr. Guts. He's got a mouth, his trachea, and his lungs. Now your lungs are not a muscle. They're actually kind of like a big bag, like a sack. And inside that bag are some little tubes that open into little air sacs inside. And they fill up and then the air goes out. So they're not a muscle, they're more like just a bag where the air goes in and out and is transferred. So when we breathe in oxygen. When we breathe out carbon dioxide. Now, what makes that happen? A muscle, our diaphragm muscle, which is down below. And I think if you're in chorus with Mrs. Tawil, she's always talking about breathing and singing using your diaphragm. So another way where your muscular system is interacting with your respiratory system. Okay, let's take a look at Mr. Guts here. So here's your lungs. You can see that they have a little pattern, and that's really what the lungs are really like. They're kind of spongy. And doesn't a sponge absorb water? Well, your lungs absorb oxygen. All right, I'm gonna take the heart out. Sorry, Mr. Guts. And here's the other lung. You have two lungs. You only really need one, but it's better to have two. So the air goes in your mouth, down your trachea, and into your lungs. Then, in your lungs, the blood vessels bring the wasted blood, the blood that has full of carbon dioxide. It drops the carbon dioxide off in your lungs. You breathe out. You breathe in. You breathe in oxygen. The oxygen goes into your blood and goes back to your heart. And then your heart pumps all the blood to your whole body. All right, the respiratory system. Good job, Mr. Guts. So boys and girls, please go ahead and make an entry into your body book about the respiratory system. And I'd like you to start talking about and thinking about how these systems are interconnected. Start paying attention to how each one of these systems work together. All right? Good job, Cougars. See you next week.